first one we are going to show you is Rhonda Hussereau and her dog Precious. Now, Precious was picked up as a stray in Los Angeles and taken to Pasadena Humane Society, where her owners never came for her. She had a vision impairment and dry eye, leaving this poor little 3-pound girl unadoptable in most people's eyes. Once she became in danger at the shelter, the American Maltese Association Rescue stepped in to save her before the unimaginable happened. After initial vet treatment and diagnosis, AMAR volunteer Rhonda fell in love from first sight and stepped in immediately to become her forever mommy. Precious was flown to Seattle by another AMAR volunteer to meet her new mom. Precious has seen an eye specialist in Seattle and is suffering from congenital retina damage, likely as a result of inbreeding. She is now completely blind, but despite her handicap, she has become the queen of the castle at the Hussereau residence and a deeply loved member of the pack. She is the most loyal and courageous baby we've ever had. She loves to go outside, eat carrots, and most of all, she loves her mom. This is Precious. Our next rescue winner is Lilybet with her owner, Dawn Miller. And as Dawn says, Lilybet came to me from AMAR in July of 2012. She'd been rescued from the shelter with right ankle breaks in her left ulna and radius. The vet told AMAR she most likely would need an orthopedic surgeon to correct the fractures properly. Lilybet was only 3 months old at the time. She was a bundle of joy and lots of healing to have to go through. Her story of being dumped in the shelter by owners who claimed they wanted to come back and get her after she was all fixed, and the heartless manner in which they left her broke my heart, and I fell in love the minute I saw her. I applied to AMAR right away and asked if I could take her before the surgery and be responsible for helping her through what was expected to be a long recovery. I was approved, much to my delight and surprise. I took Lilybet to her first orthopedic consultation on July 20th, 2012, and I was asked to leave my new baby with them for the day as they would have to take several x-rays and determine the best course of action. I left with my heart very heavy and scared that the news would be bad. The call came in that she was ready to come home. The surgeon met me in a room with her and her brand new cast and showed me the new x-rays. A miracle had happened. The bones had begun to align themselves and the break was not in the birth plate as was initially feared. The surgeon decided it would be best if we did weekly cast changes and x-rays to monitor the progress, and if we stayed lucky, she would not have to undergo a very lengthy surgery. Lilybet would have to spend the next 8 weeks on kennel rest, only allowed to go out to potty. Lilybet was a very good girl and stayed in her kennel except when she was on her mommy's lap, which was a lot of the time. And after lots of cast changes and x-rays, in September 2012, she was given the okay from the orthopedic surgeon to start using her leg again. We spent some time learning to put weight on it, but in the end, she just decided it was time to play and was running with all her brothers and sisters. Lilybet is now 4 years old, and we decided to make her birthday the same as my daughter's, which is April 16th, and our family would not be complete without her. Thank you, AMAR, for trusting me with such a precious little gift. This is Lilybet. Our third winner is Melly, who is with Angela Susan.
Let me show you, please.
And 3 years ago, Melly was abandoned along with 7 other Maltese by what was presumed to be a backyard puppy mill. They were impounded at a Los Angeles kill shelter for 30 days on an evidence hold. At the end of the 30 days, AMAR rescued all 8 Maltese. She was transported and fostered by Angela in Good Harbor, Washington, who promptly became a foster failure. She was named Melly, and after Miss Melly had gone with the wind, because she is quiet but strong. Melly survived her earlier ordeal, but was very timid as a result. It took her months to have the courage to simply walk across the room and years to become comfortable. She is still noise reactive. Melly, who we think is about 8 years old, has also had health challenges. She has an elongated soft palate that eventually made it so difficult for her to breathe that she almost died. After surgery on her palate, she breathes much easier now. Melly enjoys daily walks, playing with her Maltese brother Riley, and going for car rides. Melly also loves it when it's time to go back to bed on her mom and dad's big bed, where she sleeps flat on her back, peacefully snoring. This is Melly. Our next winner is Vinny, who is with his owner, Sarat Frank. Vinny is actually a Maltese Bichon mix. He was surrendered to AMAR by his owner in Las Vegas when he was 8 years old, along with his tiny 10-year-old Maltese mother, due to some changes in her life. AMAR literally saved Vinny and his mom from the fate of going to the overcrowded Las Vegas kill shelter. Vinny is an international dog. Vinny and his mom were born in Spain and even have Spanish dog passports. Vinny was in the foster program for 6 months, but found his forever home in Gig Harbor, Washington, where he has lived for 2 years. Despite having a bum knee, Vinny's favorite thing is to walk. When he sees a leash, he cannot contain his excitement. And no short walk will do. He wants to really walk. We are talking several miles a day. He and his human mom, Sarat, can be seen daily walking through town. When Vinny is not walking, he spends his time sleeping on the couch, keeping his dad company in his own office, or keeping his first sister, an Airedale Terrier, company. Vinny's mom, Luna, was adopted by a family in Las Vegas. This is Vinny. Our last Maltese winner is Rosie, who is with Edie Golding. The story of Rosebud, or Rosie as we call her, goes as follows. Rosie was rescued by AMA Rescue's foster Bronwyn from a Los Angeles County animal shelter in February 2011. Rosie was estimated to be 2 years old. She had just been spayed and needed medical quarantine care for severe kennel cough. During her 2-week stay at the vets, it was determined she also needed patella surgery. The vet stay was extended until the surgery was completed. The entire time she was at the vet, she was a perfect, happy girl, despite what must have been some painful days. Bronwyn took her home to heal from her surgery, and in April 2011, she was healed enough to be adopted to the couple. Through no fault of her own, Rosie was returned a short time later when the couple had personal problems and felt they couldn't care for her. Rosie developed fear aggression when she came back into foster care. She was evaluated at California Veterinary Behavior Clinic, but continues to mistrust strangers. Perhaps she was and is fearful of having to move again. What is this little girl thinking? Rosie is a very loving girl to the family she lives with. She is easy to groom, bathe, house-trained, no food or toy aggression, walks nicely on a leash, loves toys, is good with other dogs, and never bites the hand that feeds her. I adopted her in November 2011, and she moved to Fort Bragg, California to live a quiet country life where family and friends understand a dog that is fearful and has the no-touch rule. Rosie says thank you for listening to her story.